Today we're going to answer the question of whether or not budget backpacking gear sucks as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I decided that it was time for me to kind of address this and really experience for myself true budget backpacking gear items. What I've got is the big three items here in front of me that we're going to talk about, since these are the items that get the most abuse, the most use, and are the items that can potentially be the most expensive pieces of your backpacking gear system. So I've got a backpack, a sleeping bag, a sleeping pad, and a shelter to talk about. And every single one of these pieces together is a total value of $260. Some sleeping bags and tents and backpacks and such, you cannot even purchase it for $260. So I've got all of these items to talk about. How bad are they, or are they awesome? So let's start with the backpack. This backpack is $52 off of Amazon. It's from a company called Nevo Rhino. China made. It's made from basic nylon type of ripstop materials that you would expect. And to be quite honest, I'm kind of psyched about what this backpack is. I've loaded it up with about 22 pounds of gear, a full gear loadout that I'm going to show you guys here at some point. And honestly, yes, there are aspects to this backpack that make it not as great as a $200, $300, $350 pack made from Dyneema fabric or fancy X-Pack fabric. Will this thing work for somebody that is going to go out and do 4, 5, 10 miles over a weekend here and there? Dude, absolutely it's gonna work out just fine. It's got awesome features to it. It's got a supportive hip belt. Are the design aspects of it as great and advanced as more expensive pieces of gear? No. But again, it goes back to, is this going to function for somebody that is a true weekend warrior, really just wants to try backpacking for their first time and not spend a lot of money? So can I spend $50, have a backpack that is going to work for me and be comfortable, and try to decide whether or not I actually like backpacking? And I would answer that question with an absolute yes. I do believe that just with the short time I've had this pack so far, that for somebody that's trying to accomplish that, $50 is going to give you that type of experience. So this pack is a 45 plus 5 liter pack, and I've loaded it up with all of these items and clothing and water and food, and I had 22 pounds of total weight in it. Carried fine, at least for the short amount of time that I had it on my back, which I walked around my house and yard for about a half hour, and this thing was pretty slick. Here we've got a sleeping bag, also from Amazon. What I did basically is I just went on and searched backpacking gear on Amazon and thought, okay, I'm gonna just pick items that somebody who has never been backpacking before is likely to choose. And so I got this synthetic sleeping bag that is crazy bright here in this sun. I mean, at a 3 pound weight for this, 3.3 pounds or something like that, for summer use, I think this is gonna work just fine. Yeah, it's a little bulky and it doesn't have like fancy aspects to it and really nice design features as far as like how it's cut. It exudes the feeling of not being super high quality. The materials are just kind of a cheap feeling nylon. For the $35 price point that I paid for this synthetic sleeping bag, if I'm not going to be dipping below 40 degrees and I'm going out and doing summer backpacking trips only, I see no reason why this wouldn't work for me. And I'm actually kind of excited to take it out this summer and test this gear, see how well it actually performs, and is spending $300 on a sleeping bag worth it when I could spend $50, $75 for something that maybe weighs a little bit more than that $300 sleeping bag. But I mean, it'll work. It's gonna do the job if all I'm hiking is just a few miles. So the next item in the big three is a sleeping pad. Again, with the focus of this being a summer type of setup, I'm going to be able to spend a lot less money on a sleeping pad, $35 in this case for a 23 ounce, 3-inch thick sleeping pad from Trekology. I've blown this up, I laid on it for about a half hour. It's comfortable. And if, again, I'm not dipping into temperatures below 40 degrees, I don't see why this wouldn't work. Is it the lightest option, again, similar to the sleeping bag? No, it's not. Yes, usually with budget gear, you're going to be compromising the ability to save a bunch of weight, but there are other ways that you can save weight. But if you're just learning and trying to figure this out for the first time, then this $35 3-inch thick Trekology sleeping pad is going to work just fine. It really is. And I'm actually excited to take this out this summer and give it a try, go out on a few overnights and see how I like it compared to my other sleeping pads. Now, the last item we're going to talk about is a shelter. And it is shocking to me how awesome some of these shelters are for about the $100 price point. This is the Lanshan 1. So it's a one-person, non-freestanding tent from the company's Meyer, but 3FUL Gear has them as well. I got this for $110 off of Amazon. It does require a trekking pole, and these Cascade Mountain Tech poles, the aluminum poles, you can get for like $25. So $135, you've got a set of trekking poles, and you've got a great shelter that is really lightweight. And I have spent a few nights in this shelter already. Yes, it has some drawbacks and downsides. However, this tent, compared to a lot of the other tents that I have had and currently use, is awesome. Like, I would pick this over a lot of different shelters, not because of the price, but because of the design and just how like awesome it was for my budget. But it pitches well, it's comfortable inside, it's roomy. That is a 10-pound list of big 3 items. All of these items are a total weight of 10 pounds. Yes, you're gonna add a lot of other gear items, and you could easily be within a 15 to 18 pound base weight and only spend about $300 to $400 max on a total backpacking gear system. That's amazing. So guys, big 3, $260 for all of this. It's hard to beat, and I'm actually kind of shocked and surprised at how well this will work for a summer, late spring, early fall type of setting. So would love to know and hear what your thoughts are on this. Leave your comments. If you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome day. We'll catch you on the next video.